So guys, I have mentioned this a little bit in some of my previous videos, but I thought why not make a discussion video talking about this topic a little more in depth. So today's topic is going to be on DLC and season passes, and the fact that a lot of DLC and season passes are actually released, like a lot of information about them is released before the release of a video game. Now for this video, I'm going to mainly focus on talking about Storm 4 because we all know all the information about the season pass and the DLC in the game is not even out yet. So listen, when it comes to the topic of this, I honestly think that it is one of the most stupid things that companies are doing nowadays, just making all these season passes and DLC, making us pay extra money for content that is already finished. Like, we've already seen every single combination Ultimate Jutsu that was a part of the Storm 4 Season Pass, and we've also seen the characters that are going to be in DLC Pack 3, which should come out months from now. Now obviously we already know all this information, and we know for sure that these characters, these combination Ultimate Jutsu, these different scenarios are more than likely done by now, and the game again is not even out. Now a lot of other games do this sort of thing as well. They announce that their game is coming out pretty soon. They announce it's going to be a season pass, and for some games they don't really necessarily put it out there what is going to be in the season pass, because some companies actually do work on the season pass and DLC content after the release of the game, but a lot of companies nowadays are working on that content right before the game even comes out, and they have it done even before the game comes out. So they could have put this extra content into the game, but they just choose not to. So this next thing could be a little bit sketchy as well, and for example I'm going to use Street Fighter V, which actually comes out in a few weeks and already has a few of the characters announced for the DLC. Now the thing is that for the Street Fighter V Season Pass and the DLC, the thing is that you can get the characters for free somehow. I think it's just using like your fight money inside the game, but they already have all of the characters set up. We know the names of the characters they're going to release as DLC in the future, and that's something I'm not entirely sure about. I mean, yeah, we already know the information about what's coming out and what's going to be our DLC characters, and we could already like have it in our mind like what they're going to look like and whatever, but the thing is with that, it's a little bit sketchy. We don't know for sure if those characters are done yet or if they're already being worked on at this exact moment, but the thing is that they just are known, and it's a sketchy situation, because if the characters have already been made and they're done and ready to go, they just haven't been like released to the public yet, that's a little underhanded. I do agree. Some people are actually really definitely going to buy the season pass because they want to get the characters probably like the day one they come out, and the fight money thing may be a little expensive. You might have to play the game an excessive amount in order to get all of the characters that are going to be coming out as DLC. But for other games, like for example Batman Arkham Knight, which is a game that came out last year, it had a season pass for it where you could play as different Batman characters, and you get different skins for the Batmobile, different skins for Batman and the different characters, and different storylines. Whenever those were released, you got a little trailer for it, you got little information about it, and it came out. So the main thing is, my issue with it is when the DLC, right, whenever it gets announced that there's going to be DLC or season pass, if a company can legitimately tell you every single thing that's going to be in every single DLC pack and every single part of the season pass day one, like before the game comes out, like we have with Storm 4, that's what bothers me. If a company releases the information later on down the line, like months later, as a DLC is getting made, like later on, that's something that's a little bit better to me. But like for those games that just say right out the gate, like, yo, buy the season pass because you're going to get all this shit with it, so pre-order season pass and pre-order the game and pre-order this and pre-order that, that's what bothers me. Like, if you have all this content, right, and you have it already done and everything's already on the internet for everybody to see, why not put it in the game? I mean, it's already sketchy enough that for Storm 4 you have to pre-order the game in order to get 2 of the characters that a lot of people really want to play as. I mean, I'm pretty sure later on down the line there's going to be a way to get them without pre-ordering the game, but still, I feel like a lot of companies these days are doing this just to make an extra quick buck, like with microtransactions, which is a totally different conversation entirely. And honestly, in this sort of situation, I would say that companies need to take a little inspiration from Nintendo. Now, I usually wouldn't say something like that because it seems like taking information from Nintendo would be a really bad idea. Like, hey, here's how you sell your system, you know, like the Wii U, which sold so terribly for like the first 3 years it's been out. But no, for like the Super Smash Brothers game for Wii U and 3DS, the whole DLC situation that we've been seeing with those games has been the ideal situation that I believe that most companies should be paying attention to. So for the two Smash games, the games have been supported a year after the game actually got released, and actually on the day that I'm making this video, the next characters, or the last characters, are going to be coming out, Bayonetta and Corrin. So I just feel as if when companies make information like this known about season passes and DLC before the game's released, it just takes away so much. It's just like, why didn't you just put this in the game to begin with? Why not work on the extra DLC later on? Why not see what fans want to actually have as DLC, the different stages, different maps, different characters that they want in the game later on, and then put that stuff in after the game has sold and made its first round of copies. Because the Smash DLC didn't even come out until I believe it was like 5 months after the game was released. So it had 5 months where people were playing the game, enjoying it, having a great time, and just doing everything that they could in the game. And the game is very long lasting, mind you. And after that, there's just characters released, and stages and costumes, just all this information, and all this extra DLC. I mean, overall, I heard that if you bought all the DLC characters all together, it would cost you like $40-something, which is a little ridiculous when you think about it now. But as the DLC came out, you didn't think about that, because it was just like, alright, we're getting extra stuff. Every 2 or 3 months we get extra stuff for the game to keep us playing. And even with a game like Mario Kart 8, I also like the way they did the season pass packs for that. Actually, I don't think it was called a season pass, it was just like 2 DLC packs actually. But months after the game came out, they announced that there was going to be even more content, and the content lasted up until a year after the game released. So I feel like a lot of companies would look at this example for the future and think about the fans of their video games. Like, for example, going back to Storm 4, I would have thought it would be a great idea, right, for CyberConnect 2 to make the priority to just make the game more fan oriented. Like for the season pass, they could just announce, hey, we're gonna have a season pass, but they could take fan ideas and fan suggestions to get the idea for what we should put in the season pass. I mean, obviously people wanted to see the Sound 4 in the Storm games for a long time, but putting them as the only DLC characters in the DLC packs, it's a little disheartening, because we've been seeing these characters in the Storm games since Storm fucking 1. They just haven't been playable. And now you have the audacity to like just wave them in front of our faces as playable characters in the season pass as DLC that we have to spend money on, that's extra than what we got in the original game. I just feel like that's so shady, so very shady. And not only that, I just feel like what it seems like to me, like with the whole new system where you can change from like your main character to your support character, it seems like they just said, look, we have no other choice, we can't have them as just support characters now, so we have to have them as main characters. What the fuck are we gonna do? I got the idea. Make them a part of the season pass. So if you want to play as them as support characters and main characters, you gotta buy them motherfuckers separately. Like honestly, I just think they should have made those characters a part of the game to begin with, and try and get some idea of what fans wanted to see for the extra characters. Because I'm seeing so much information on the internet about the characters people want to see in Storm 4. For example, like, I don't know the dude's name. I'm not really sure about what his name is. I'll probably put a picture of him up right now. I don't know his relation. I think he's related to Orochimaru somehow. This dude, I have thought about wanting him in the game, wanting Chocho in the game for quite a long time, and the internet definitely agrees with wanting this dude. I seriously don't know his name right now, but wanting this dude in the game. Like, why not make him a playable character? Why not listen to what fans wanted and just put him in the game as part of the DLC? He probably could have sold some copies of the game for y'all if y'all put him as DLC and listen to what fans wanted, instead of just putting the Sound 4 as DLC. Again, we wanted Sound 4, yes, but we wanted something else besides just the Sound 4, which should have been a part of the game to begin with. But yeah, you guys, I think that's it for my ranting today. All I'm saying is, yo, companies, just make your games more fan-oriented. If you're going to go the DLC and the Season Pass route, you're making us spend extra money, so why make us spend extra money on shit you could have put in the game to begin with, when you can make more money by giving us stuff that we really ask you for and that we really want, and just make money that way? Why make stuff that we aren't asking for when you can make stuff that we do ask for and then sell it to us for extra money? Or you could just, you know, like, just put that stuff in the game to begin with, so you don't have to make any DLC or season passes, because that's also a cool idea. But, you know, I don't know, maybe you guys won't even listen to this. I don't really care. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What do you think about season passes and DLC? Do you think that when companies release the information about DLC and season passes before the game's released, that it's a bad thing? Do you actually get more hyped about season passes like that? Just let me know what you think in the comment section down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe for more videos just like this one. And for now, it's me, NextLevelOtaku, saying stay gold, and I'll see you guys later.